200 years ago, Kizar was the ruler of the seas in Russia. He possessed a magical ring that granted him special powers. One day he called upon his spy frog and inquired about the fish he wanted to marry. However, he soon discovered that the fish had slipped away from his grasp. On the other side, there was a small house by the seashore where a boy named Emelya lived with his blind father, who worked as a blacksmith. One day, Emelya was sneaking out of the house to go ice skating when his father heard footsteps. His father called out to Emelya and asked if he was old enough to help with the work. But Emelya just wanted to avoid chores. He pretended to be a little boy and said, "No, father, I am still small." After that, Emelya went down to the river bank, thinking, "Now I will catch some fish and make father happy." But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't catch a single fish. Suddenly, a huge whirlwind arose in the water and a strong wave washed over Emelya. When the water calmed down, Emelya found a huge fish flopping around in his bucket. He ran home happily, ready to cook the fish. But then the fish spoke in a human voice. "Wait, wait, if you let me live, I will grant you 3 wishes." Emelya was shocked to hear this. Emelya said to the fish, "I want to see the city, but I don't want to leave the stove." The fish immediately used its magic to lift Emelya and his stove and take them to the city. Emelya clung to the stove in fear, and people started at him in amazement. After a while, Emelya started feeling very cold. He told the fish, "I want it to be summer right now." Suddenly, all the snow melted and water flooded everywhere. Emelya regretted his wish, thinking, "I was wasted 2 wishes." Then Emelya came face to face with some bandits. The bandits didn't find anything valuable on Emelya, so they took his bucket. Emelya fought back, snatched the bucket from them, and escaped. He threw the fish into the river, but the bandits captured Emelya and hung him upside down from a tree. A beautiful girl appeared and saved Emelya. Emelya tried to find her, but she had disappeared. Then she heard the voice of a girl. Emelya realized that the girl Vasilisa was the same fish. He took Vasilisa's scarf so she couldn't run away. Then he made his last wish. "I wish to marry Princess Anfisa, the daughter of the king of Russia." Meanwhile, in the palace, Princess Anfisa was meeting Lord Rothman, the Prince of England. Rothman was showering the princess with gifts, including a musical instrument that played automatically, but inside it a small dwarf was hidden. After a while, Emelya and Vasilisa arrived at the palace. They overheard the king and the princess talking. The king was humiliating Rothman, saying, "I have a cat that sings so beautifully that anyone who hears it starts dancing." Hearing this, Rothman expressed his desire to see such a cat. But in reality, the king didn't have any such cat. He was just bluffing. Seizing the opportunity, Emelya stepped forward and said, "I can catch that cat and bring it to you. But in return, I must marry the princess." The princess was shocked, but the king was thrilled by Emelya's boldness and agreed. Now Emelya set off to find the magical cat. Vasilisa warned him, "This cat is very dangerous. If anyone tries to catch it, the cat will ask them to choose a song. If the cat sings a sad song, the person will die crying. And if it sings a happy song, they will die dancing." But Emelya, unafraid, ventured into the dense forest with Vasilisa. After great difficulty, Emelya and Vasilisa found the magical cat. The cat told Emelya, "You can choose any song." Emelya chose a sad song that his mother used to sing. As the cat began to sing, Emelya sang along with it. The cat realized that its song was not affecting Emelya, and so it started crying itself. Eventually, the cat agreed to go with Emelya. Meanwhile, Vasilisa encountered Kizar's spy frog. The frog informed her that everything was ready for her and Kizar's wedding. Vasilisa explained to Emelya that Kizar was obsessed with her because he had once saved her from a hunter's trap, and now he wanted to marry her. Whereas in the palace, Lord Rothman was still trying to win the princess' favor. Just then, Emelya arrived with the magical cat. The cat began to sing, and everyone started dancing. The king was very impressed with the Emelya's bravery, but the princess was still hesitant to marry a poor and simple boy like Emelya. That's why the princess decided to give Emelya another dangerous task. For that, she met with her mother's spirit, who told her about an even more dangerous challenge for Emelya. The next morning, Lord Rothman arrived with a strange machine designed to extract juice from fruits and vegetables. The king was amazed by this invention, but then Princess Anisa appeared and declared a new condition. She said she wanted a magical cloth that, when placed on a table, would instantly produce any type of food. The king assigned this task to Emelya. Madly in love with Princess Anisa, Emelya accepted the challenge. Emelya and Vasilisa set off in search of the magical cloth. Along the way, Vasilisa told Emelya that the cloth belonged to two brothers. After some time, they arrived at a small hut where they asked an old man and an old woman who lived there for something to eat. But the old man gave them some food and explained that the crops had failed this year. Emelya felt, and hearing the old man's story, Vasilisa praised the old man and his wife, saying they were as inseparable as a needle and thread. After traveling for a long time, Emelya and Vasilisa reached a stone city where the two brothers lived. These brothers ate all day and night and were unhappy with their lives. They wanted someone to take the magical cloth from them. Emelya tried to steal the cloth, but the brothers threw coconuts at him and he lost consciousness. Vasilisa asked the brothers for water. When they saw their reflection in the water, they became very sad, remembering that they had once been brave soldiers. Now they had become so overweight that they couldn't even walk. The brothers asked Vasilisa to take the cloth. However, as soon as Vasilisa approached the cloth, their greed for food awakened and they changed their minds, trying to stop her. But Vasilisa cleverly escaped with the cloth and the unconscious Emelya. When Emelya regained consciousness, he picked some flowers for Princess Anisa. Vasilisa tried to explain to Emelya that the princess was deceiving him and wanted to take his life. But Emelya wouldn't listen. He recited a poem he had written for Anisa to Vasilisa. Vasilisa became so entranced by the poem that she agreed to marry Emelya. But she quickly realized her mistake and told Emelya that he should not marry someone like Anisa. But no matter, Emelya returned to the city with the magical cloth. The king and the princess learned that Emelya had succeeded. They rushed to the town square where they saw Emelya giving away free food to the people. The princess finally agreed to marry Emelya, but she set one more condition. She demanded that Emelya seek permission from her dead mother's spirit, Charina, to marry her. The princess didn't really want to marry Emelya, so she continued setting impossible tasks. But Emelya, blinded by love, agreed to this condition. Vasilisa told Emelya how to reach the world of the dead and warned him that no one had ever returned from there. Still, Emelya wasn't afraid. Along the way, they encountered Emelya's father. Emelya remained silent and hidden, not wanting his father to know he was there. Vasilisa and Emelya's father talked for a while, and his father spoke fondly of Emelya eventually. His father realized Emelya was there too. Emelya apologized to his father for his mischievous. Emelya asked Vasilisa for one final wish for his father to regain his sight. Vasilisa granted Emelya's wish, and his father's eyesight was restored. Then Emelya and Vasilisa reached the river bank. Emelya returned Vasilisa's scarf so that she could return home. But Vasilisa chose to continue her journey with Emelya. Soon they both arrived in the world of the dead. There they met King Kusai, who recognized Vasilisa and revealed that she was his daughter. She had made a mistake and was turned into a fish as punishment. Vasilisa summoned the spirit of Jarina. Jarina explained that she had been punished with starvation, leading to her death. Emelya asked Jarina for permission to marry her daughter, but Jarina refused, as Vasilisa didn't want Jarina to agree, but Kusai decided to help Emelya. He broke Jarina's curse by feeding her, and Jarina finally agreed to the marriage. Emelya was overjoyed. Vasilisa said goodbye to her father, but her father warned that once Emelya left the world of the dead, he would forget everything, including Vasilisa. Vasilisa grew sad, as she had fallen in love with Emelya and knew he would forget her too. She looked at Emelya with sad eyes and smiled faintly. The next morning, Emelya woke up, remembering nothing. He had forgotten Vasilisa entirely. Meanwhile, Vasilisa had turned back into a fish. Emelya went to Princess Anfisa and told her that he had fallen in love with someone else, but he couldn't remember who. Anfisa saw this as an opportunity and ordered Emelya to be arrested. He was taken to the crossroads and accused of using magic for his deeds, charged with betraying the princess. The king, disappointed, left, knowing that Emelya was a truly brave boy. As Emelya faced death, he recalled his childhood and the moments spent with his father awaiting his fate. Just then, Vasilisa arrived and promised to give her powers to Anfisa in exchange for Emelya's life. Anfisa gladly accepted and spared Emelya. Anfisa then used her first wish to make herself queen, taking the kingdom from her father and locking him in a tower. Anfisa used her second wish to become the Queen of England. Just then, an English ambassador arrived with a marriage proposal. Meanwhile, Emelya returned home, longing for Vasilisa, though he didn't remember who she was. His father mentioned the needle and thread, and suddenly Emelya remembered everything. He realized that he loved Vasilisa and began recalling all the moments they had shared. Determined, Emelya set off to find Vasilisa. He went to the palace with his father and brothers, breaking down the doors. Vasilisa was astonished that Emelya had remembered everything. Just then, Anfisa interrupted, saying that she wanted to become a magician. Vasilisa granted her wish, and Anfisa turned into a fish. Anfisa realized her mistake, as now she could grant the wishes of others but could no longer fulfill her own. Anfisa called her servant and asked him to make a wish. She wanted the servant to wish that she married the most powerful king in the world. As soon as the servant made the wish, Caesar emerged from the sea and took Anfisa with him, as Caesar was the most powerful king in the world. With that, Vasilisa's curse was lifted, and she reunited with Emelya. Emelya recited his poem to Vasilisa and kissed her. In the end, Emelya and Vasilisa were united forever. So friends, the movie ends here. And how do you like this movie? Do tell us in the comment box. And for such movie explanation, please subscribe to Movie Recap English. See you in the next movie. Till then, bye bye. Take care.